ladies and gentlemen, today I'm here to bring you my little August book haul. I said earlier in the month that I didn't have enough books to show you guys because I hadn't purchased any. Well, that kind of changed, but it's still a relatively small pile, and I am expecting one more book to come in the mail, so maybe towards the end of the video you'll get a handy dandy unboxing. On to the books that I already have. The first one is Adam by Errol Schrag. This is a young adult contemporary novel set in 2006. It centers around a character whose older sister lives in New York City. He goes and spends the summer with his sister. His sister is an active part of the LGBTQ community. The members of this group kind of assume that our main character is trans, which means that biologically he is male, but he identifies as a female. He isn't that, but he goes along with it because the girl that he has a crush on expresses interest. It sounds kind of messed up, but I am really curious to see how it deals with these issues, and I kept running across it on these lists of really great books that came out in the past year, so I'm looking forward to it. It could be a complete train wreck, but we shall wait and see. My husband's birthday is coming up soon, and we went to the closest town nearby, and there's a bookstore there, and he's kind and let me go to the bookstore even though he had no real interest in it. So I picked up a couple of books at Books A Million. The first one is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. The Pemberley Digital PBS Studios series Frankenstein MD recently started, and it perked my interest. I did have another copy of it, but I didn't really like it, and it had a lot of criticisms in it, and the book was like lodged somewhere in the middle. I just wanted a copy just with this. This is a classic based on a doctor who experiments with creating life. It's a pretty iconic story. I'm sure that you're familiar with it, and I hope to get to it soon. The next book that I picked up at Books A Million was The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valente. I actually had this book on my Nook, but I never got around to transferring my files to my Kindle, plus I just really wanted a paperback edition, and I almost bought this on bookoutlet.com, and then I just forgot to make the order. This book has been on my radar for quite some time, but after I found it on Book Outlet and then saw on Goodreads that the master himself, Patrick Rothfuss, praised this book and said it's the best book that he's read all year, I knew that I had to get it. I can't really remember exactly what it's about. I think it's a girl named September who lives in kind of our world but escapes to this magical fairyland, and adventures ensue. I've kind of gotten the impression that it's like kind of some interesting combination of, you know, her own original ideas, but kind of like Alice in Wonderland and maybe Wizard of Oz. But I'm really looking forward to it after that rave review by Patrick Rothfuss. The next two books I was graciously sent by Penguin Teen. The first one is a new release coming out pretty soon, and it is I'll Give You the Sun by Jane D. Nelson. This shows the relationship between two twins, Jude and Noah. They used to be the best of friends, but something has happened and they have been apart for quite a while. The story is told from alternating perspectives between the two twins, and I believe they're both artists. But what's interesting is one perspective is told from the past when they were younger, and the other perspective is told from the present. And they kind of, I assume, meet in the middle, and we discover what's really going on. This sounds really lovely, and someone said that the way that artists are portrayed in this book just makes you want to go and make art, and just makes the enigmatic artist seem all the more so. I'm really looking forward to this, and it's just also a very beautiful book. And the next book that Penguin Teen sent me, I was so surprised to see, and it is a hardback edition of Isla and the Happily Ever After. I've already read this and already reviewed it, so I'll leave a link to that down below. Thank you so much for sending this to me. This is the final installment in the companion series by Stephanie Perkins, and they each tell a story of young love. Like I said, I did a full review of this book, so if you want to know what I thought of it, I will leave that video down below for you. Alright guys, those are all of the books that I purchased recently. Perhaps there will be an unboxing video next. If not, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with a new video.